Hi guys, this is Justin from survivalreviews.com, and today what we're going to talk about is how to clean the Taurus Judge. This is the Taurus Judge SS Magnum. It's the stainless steel model, has the 4-inch barrel, and actually I've shot it a few times and I haven't cleaned it, so what I wanted to show you guys today is how exactly we go about cleaning the Taurus Judge, how to keep it functioning properly to give you years and years of reliable and dependable service. First thing that we're going to do whenever we begin to clean a handgun is we're going to ensure that we're pointing the weapon in a safe direction. Okay, I have a wall up there. I also have a bullet stop shield. Okay, so I'm going to keep it pointed in that direction away from me, and I'm going to open up the cylinder with the cylinder release button, which is here. Now you see that the gun is loaded, the revolver is loaded, so I'm going to use the ejector or extractor rod and I'm going to push the rounds out and set those aside. Always, always, always verify that the weapon is unloaded, keep it pointed in a safe direction before you clean the firearm. Before I get into that, what I wanted to show you guys is some of the tools that I use and that I recommend for cleaning my firearms. This is a pack, excuse me, and I actually bought the pack to show you how it looks like in its original packaging. So what we have here, I'll just pull this out, we have the bore scrubber. I use this to scrub out the bore of my gun, to scrub out the barrel, but I also use Hops number 9. That's another good bore scrubber cleaner. The next thing we have is the gun scrubber, and what I do with this, it's safe for synthetic materials, much like I have on the revolver handle here. It's a synthetic Taurus rubber grip. I use that to really spray down the outside and to remove all of the powder residue, fouling, everything that's on the outside, and you'll see that as we get started. That's why I put down the white paper towel here, so that you could see how this looks like as it runs out of the gun. All that powder and everything just runs out. And finally, the last piece to this, it's a really great kit, highly recommend it, is the barricade. It's a rust protectant. So after we get our gun cleaned, we'll apply a little bit of that, and then what I like to do, put that away for a second, is I follow up with the silicone cleaning cloth that is by Hops. Hops makes these, and I kept it in the original packaging so that you could see it, but basically you just take this out and it'll remove all the fingerprints and any residues or anything you have on the outside of the gun, protects the gun's finish. It's very important we keep our weapon functioning properly. Okay, a weapon that doesn't function is a useless weapon. It's just a piece of metal if it doesn't fire properly when we want it to. Alright, let's get started. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to use the bore scrubber, and the bore scrubber is going to allow me to start to get a lot of that junk out of the barrel of the revolver. This stuff is always left over. Whenever we fire a handgun, a little bit of the lead, copper, brass, whatever the outside of the bullet is made of, gets left inside of the barrel as it goes through the rifling. I'm just inserting the little applicator straw in my container. There it goes. Alright, and we know that the gun is empty. It's easy to tell that with a revolver. I have a flashlight that I'll be using to check how clean my my bore is, but I can also, if I wanted to, I can shine that through the cylinder. You see that there's no bullets in there. I can see them from this end. No bullets. Better to be safe than to be sorry with a firearm. Okay, so holding the gun upright. Let me adjust this a little bit here. Alright. So I'm going to hold the gun upright, facing me, facing away from me, but with this end of the bore facing me. I'm going to just squeeze a little bit down through the barrel. Now see that gunk falling out the bottom? Maybe a little hard to see, my lighting isn't quite good enough. But I'm going to spray this down in there. It does have a chemical smell. If that bothers you, I recommend you wear a painter's mask, something like that. Now I'm going to let that sit just a little bit, and I'm going to show you the next thing that I use to clean the firearm. I bought a brass bore brush made by Pro Shot for 410 gauge shotguns. That's all you need. The Taurus Judge is a 410 revolver, so you can use this bore brush on it. And I'll run this through the barrel first, and then I'll follow it up with this other piece that is called a bore mop. And the bore mop is just going to help polish the inside, take away any of the leftover chemical residue from our bore scrubber, and help get that barrel nice and clean. Both of these items here retail for about $5, $5 or $6 you can find these. The first one I'm going to start off with is my bore brush. And I'm going to attach it to my push rod.